morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in here with Miller Motorcars McLaren Greenwich. I am Janik Advani.
I'm Anthony Cristone.
And today we'll be covering the all-new 2023 McLaren Artura. So we'll be starting with the exterior of the Artura. As you can see, it's a brand new design language, which now has the front cameras and sensors seamlessly integrated into the bumper. As we work our way around the side, we have the new recessed headlamps from McLaren, which also happen to double as air intakes for aerodynamics. And here you can see it's optioned with the gloss black surround, can also be had with carbon fiber surrounds. You'll notice that the speed tick shaped headlights are designed to take in air through these intakes here, and the air will make its way through the wheel arch and out from the louvers here. Now in this Artura, the louvers happen to be body colored. They can also be optioned as carbon fiber or gloss black. This vehicle is outfitted with the Pirelli Cyber tires. So there's actually live input coming from the tires into the vehicle, so you can obviously measure tire pressure as well as tire temperature. This Artura is outfitted with the 10-spoke super lightweight dynamo forged alloy wheels, which sit over carbon ceramic brakes, and the McLaren orange finished brake calipers. All right, so as we work our way along the side of Artura, again, you'll notice that the lines follow typical McLaren ethos of form follows function. So we have a recessed portion of the superformed aluminum here, which makes its way back into this air duct. And you'll also notice, as we open the doors, that there is another vent from the front that feeds air in through the door and out through this hole here in the rear quarter. Making our way along a little further back, again, we have the McLaren flying buttresses, which also enhance downforce of the vehicle, as air will feed in through here and out through the back. So as the air flows underneath the buttress and makes its way over the tonneau cover, it will also assist in heat evacuation. And just as a side note here, the buttress in this vehicle is optioned as body colored. It can also be had in gloss black, in which case it'll extend throughout the roof as well as the A-pillars on the front of the car. Now, as a first for McLaren, the 2023 Artura is powered by a 3-liter twin turbocharged 6-cylinder internal combustion engine, which when assisted by the e-motor has a total combined power output of 671 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque. Now those staggering power figures obviously generate a lot of heat. And to that end, McLaren has engineered a chimney into the tonneau cover, which assists in heat extraction and diffusion. As a quick side note here, the engine cover underneath the tonneau can be had as aluminum or a satin titanium with McLaren branding. Now as we make our way back to the rear end of Artura to tie up the exterior portion of this video, you'll notice the brand new light signature from McLaren, which sits over this mesh grille, which allows for heat diffusion, and the design of which is directly inspired by McLaren Elva, and that sits next to the stealth finished exhaust tips. Now up top here we have a single piece clamshell, which is very unique for this car because it allowed McLaren to eliminate any unnecessary lines that don't necessarily contribute to downforce of the vehicle, and overall allows for a cleaner, more minimalistic looking rear end of the car. I hope you enjoyed the exterior, and I'm now going to hand this over to my colleague Anthony, who's going to take you for a drive.
All right, so we are here in the all-new McLaren Artura. Obviously been very excited to finally get behind the wheel and drive. And the first thing I will tell you is it just feels very refined. And then obviously with this being the new Sport Series model, very, very spacious in here. So steering, we've still got true McLaren electro-hydraulic steering, phenomenal feedback, very sharp, very, very precise. Certainly feels lighter on its feet when you have it in sport or track mode. So if you're really trying to take it on some curvy roads, that's where you experience the most steering feedback. And then this 8-speed gearbox is also very, very smooth. Downshifts, into a stop sign, no lurching. So this actually feels very, very smooth. And also something noteworthy with the gearbox, there is no reverse gear. It is actually fully electronic when you throw it in reverse. And that V6, I will say, sounds pretty special. This is the first V6 that McLaren has done, and they've paired it with this hybrid battery system, and really what that gives you is a very seamless and smooth linear power curve. So when you press the throttle, it's very responsive and it's very modular, right? I can actually feel how much throttle is going into it every time I press the the gas pedal, excuse me. And so previously, the active dynamics were in the center console, and now they've actually made it easier to reach while driving, so I can switch through the modes on the fly without kind of having to take my eyes off the road, which has been a really nice interior feature I've appreciated thus far. So for the first time in a McLaren, they have adaptive cruise control, which is located on the stock right below the wipers here. And then on the opposite side, we have our switches for the lane departure warning, also a first for McLaren and rare in this segment. And next to that is the vehicle lifter, very important obviously, so they've made that very accessible, very easy to use. And so the first thing you'll notice in EV mode is it is very, very responsive. It feels like a true electric car. And also fairly quick, and you have up to 19 miles of range in full electric mode. And then if we hit this toggle here on the binnacle, it's going to switch us into comfort, and now it's going to basically switch to the hybrid battery or the twin turbo V6 depending on driving conditions and your throttle response. So we're gonna give it a little bit of throttle here. Hear the V6 kick on. Now it opens up. And let me tell you, this feels truly special. You can tell the hybrid bloodline with the McLaren P1 and Speedtail, they have truly perfected. This feels like a refined machine, and they have gotten this hybrid technology down pat. And then obviously 671 horsepower is a remarkable figure for a V6 especially, and you can truly feel it, especially in track mode. You know, when you get the most response and most power out of the car. Oh my gosh, this is truly special, I will say.
I hope you guys enjoyed the drive as much as I did, and more importantly, I hope you're excited about the new McLaren Artura and the future of the McLaren brand. I'm Anthony Cristone, and this is
Janik Advani.
Come visit us at the showroom here in Greenwich, Connecticut, 348 West Putnam Ave, or contact us 203-542-9100.
Are you rolling? Oh, okay. Give me a second. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in with Miller Motorcars McLaren Greenwich. I am Janik Advani, and he is
Anthony Cristone.
And today we are looking at the all-new 2023 McLaren Artura.
Thank you for joining us for another hold on.
For a total combined output of 671 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque. I didn't put the right adjective in there. Let's just get rid of it.